And if the Bulls can control the boards defensively, Woolrich is liable to be out there, and Larry Bird will have a tough time tracking him down.
All right, let's see what happens. Again, Oldham can really climb. He's not really an offensive force at center, but a good shot blocker, not a bad rebounder. And as Tom pointed out, very quick up and down the floor. He'll go up in the middle against Robert Parrish, and we are just about set to go here at the Garden. Taps controlled by Danny Ainge. He gets a quick step on Woolrich. Can't hit the jumper. And that's Gervin coming out of there with the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Dennis Johnson's going to pick up Gervin in the forecourt. Gervin fires right away.
That's that fast break in action. They'll fire on the run.
Ainge right back at you, looking for Bird in the cut. Nobody home. Now Larry's got it. Good spin away from Macy. And he hits.
Excellent fake that time by Bird. Under control. Trying to calm the Celtics down a little bit. They're anxious to get underway and rolling well against this Bulls team.
That Ainge right up on Macy. DJ's got Gervin who's trying to post him up. Now Woolrich, top of the key.
If he can hit that shot consistently, Woolrich, he's going to be a dynamite player because he's got great speed to drive around almost anybody.
McHale right over Sidney Green for two.
Cover up the middle, frees up that little jump hook along the baseline.
And Macy now has Bird in a switch. Green's trying to find a way to get free. Woolrich missing, Bird the rebound. Looked at McHale, who was on the floor, almost passed to him. Kevin a little slow coming up the floor here in the bottom part of your screen. Now he's in the offense, holding his left thigh as he was coming up. Celtics clear out of it. Bird went through back door, then couldn't get it to him. Danny will fire. And they'll start again. DJ over. Bird slapping it away from Woolrich, but Macy comes with it off the floor.
Well, Danny feels he's got a height advantage on Kyle Macy, so he's looking for his outside shot.
Good look inside. Sidney Green misses the easy one, and it's Boston ball. Here comes DJ. Ainge looking in. Now they come around. Larry is open. Had a thought. And hits it.
That's more like the Larry Bird. Not the quick shot. Measured the hoop. Faked the man out of position. And still got the shot off.
Boston by 4 here in the early going. Macy looking for help. Gervin in traffic for two.
Gervin at the big guard spot was the innovator of the post-up guard. And DJ will have his hands full against Gervin because they'll use Gervin down there in the low post an awful lot tonight.
Larry outside again.
You know, and Woolrich is not a bad defensive ball player. Doesn't go for many fakes. Pretty big. Had the wrong hand up that time. Bother Larry.
Bird seems to have the range here early. Sidney Green can't hit. McHale's got it. Looking for a break. Now gives it off to DJ. Danny's up the floor and they find him. Inside. Parrish. Good position. Has it slapped away as he turned for the hook. Who's got it? Green. And Ainge the near steal out of bounds.
Now, boy, are they ready to look for the outlet passes, these Bulls, and Danny Ainge was right on it.
Again, Ainge with a lot of pressure on Macy. Oldham coming up to throw a screen.
Well, he knows Macy is not going to beat him with quickness. He's going to really challenge him.
They get a whistle and a foul away from the ball. Looks like it was Oldham setting the screen. Yep. First foul called in the game here. 8:27 left to play in the first. Boston by 4. Bird's been hot here early. Good fake. Finds Parrish. Misses a layup. McHale to follow. Boston doing a nice job in the offensive board so far, Tom. And Stan Albach wants to use his 22nd timeout right here. 8:06 left to play in the first. And the Celtics have got themselves a 6-point lead. 22nd timeout called by Stan Albeck, using it early, maybe to talk about those offensive boards.
Well, they rotated their defense on the pick and roll. They left Kevin McHale to get all Parrish. That left McHale all alone on the offensive board. That man that was guarding Kevin McHale disturbed Parrish's shot enough that he missed. But nobody, not one of the guards, came down. That's where Cotton Fitzsimmons had some problems with George Gervin. Not playing that D. He should have been rotating down, perhaps blocking Kevin off.
Celtics 5 for 9 here in the early going, 56%. Chicago just 2 out of 6. And Boston controlling the boards handily 6-2 here in the first 4 minutes of play from the Garden.
But this Chicago team is a team that can get hot. And they can score in bunches. Or at least they did last year.
We shall see. Woolridge alone against McHale. Jumps right over, but comes up short. Good rebound there by Sidney Green. And he hits it off the glass.
I think Sidney ought to stay close to the hoop and bang on the boards. Forget those outside shots.
I don't think he ought to put it on the floor either. And then Jack Madden has got illegal defense called against the Bulls. Not sure who he caught.
Kyle Macy, I believe. He was below the foul line, and he also was over that line, so he should have been doubling Larry Bird. Instead, he doubled Kevin McHale before McHale got the ball.
Sidney Green and Kevin McHale are really going at it at the top left of your screen there. And now Jack Madden's got a foul on Sidney Green. They banged each other pretty good before they even got the ball inbounds. Take a look.
Well, they're going to be physical with Kevin, figuring don't give him his sweet spot down there. And you can see that Sid has no respect whatsoever for Sid Green, and either does Bruce Alexander.
No. Sid may foul out this trip. That's 2 quick ones on him.
He may foul out before the ball's inbounded.
Let's see if he keeps leaning. Taylor just planted. They go right into him. Back out to DJ. Danny's left open on a wing.
Yeah, Danny. Wide open. That's your shot now.
Woolridge again has a side pretty much cleared against McHale. Takes it through. Got it in the foul.
Wow, what a gifted athlete. He can put it on the floor and take it strong. You got to cut off the middle to him. There's Danny, who's going to take Macy because Macy's a good outside shooter. Therefore, no double. And Kevin had left the angle down the lane to Woolridge, and he knows how to use it.
3-point play for Orlando, who came in averaging 25 a game, 3rd best in the NBA. So it's going to Parrish this time. Now DJ top of the key, shoots over Gervin and hits.
They haven't used that Gervin matchup on DJ down the low post as much as you might expect.
Now looking to get it to him this time. Takes it in, hits the basket, draws the foul. I heard you, T. And the Celtics are going to take a timeout here. 6:43 left to play in the first. Boston's lead is down to 3. It's the Celtics 14 and the Bulls 11.
Kevin McHale presents problems to power forwards. So does George Gervin against big guards in the NBA when he gets in that low post. It's difficult to get out there, deny him the ball. Once he gets it, he can shoot over almost any of the guards in the NBA. You almost have to put a forward on him.
He's legit 6'8".
DJ was out there trying to get in the passing lane, but they had a good passing angle to get Gervin the ball. And as of yet, the Celtics have not elected to double team Gervin. He's not known to pass the ball off against double teams, I'll tell you.
He's averaging just 15 points a game so far this year, but has already had a 34-point night, so the ability is still there. He and Woolridge each have 5, and the Bulls are back to within 2. Parrish now hooks over. Chicago can tie this trip. Here comes Macy. Woolridge nearly lost it on the sideline. Macy dumps it off. Oldham sweeping hook shot. And rammed home by Orlando Woolridge.
Woolridge can get up there on that board, I'll tell you. They all have great vertical leaps on that front line of the Bulls.
Parrish. Now Bird is free on the baseline.
How did he end up free?
He's Celtics did nice job rather of just rotating the ball there. After Parrish got the initial double team. Woolridge looks like he wants it. Rebound McHale, good tough one up to Bird. He and Ainge and Parrish are there in the break. Into the Chief. Good up fake. Knocked away by Macy out of bounds. It'll be Boston ball.
Good hustle, though, by the Bulls. Yep. As Parrish, I thought he was going to make that shot. It was a good fake, but Sid Green came back and helped out.
They're running, aren't they, Tom?
Yep.
Really, I'm moving their feet. You look at the record, 9-18, and you might wonder a bit. The Bulls seem to be playing hard. That's going to be a turnover on the Celtics, and Chicago again can tie this thing up at 16 if they can convert this trip.
I don't think Kevin, if he had hands 10 feet wide, could have caught that ball. That was zipped at Kevin by Danny Ainge. His game off a little bit. Passing department.
Sidney Green looking to go around Bird, and Bruce Alexander is going to whistle and a foul on third.
Bulls nicely isolated Sid Green on Larry Bird. He got no help whatsoever. Once Green got the ball, all the other Celtics above the foul line. Look at Kevin McHale just looking at the play, afraid to leave Woolridge.
How long he gonna stay?
Nice little alley-oop in there to Gervin, but it wouldn't go. Here comes Bird. McHale wants the ball. They find him. Rolls in two.
Strong move by Kevin. Wasn't much room to swing around his defender.
Gervin, quick pop outside. Loose ball comes off to Parrish. Daniel push it up. He's got Larry in a corner. Goes the other way to DJ. McHale's trying to post up. They find him. Dennis wide open. Offensive boards to Parrish. DJ looking to get it into the Chief on a switch. Now Bird free. Good up fake. Gets his own rebound. And let's see what the call is going to be. Basket will not count. We've got a foul early. It's going to go against Chicago. George Gervin picked it up. Let's see if we can spot it.
It gets by Woolridge, I believe it was, or Sidney Green. And there he comes back and gets his rebound. And there's Gervin from behind. Larry Bird will find a way.
Wouldn't take no for an answer that trip, that's for sure. Got them both. Larry first in double figures with 10. We've got 4:20 to play here first quarter. Boston's lead back up to 6 after the Bulls had come back and tied it. And that was a near turnover. Good stretch there by Orlando Woolridge to prevent the backcourt. Macy, first shot of the night.
Well, you see what happened as soon as Danny Ainge left Macy to try and help out on the penetration of Woolridge. Macy scores.
And the Celtics turn it over on the attempted fast break, and the Bulls can get back to 2 again. Gale out to meet Woolridge. Orlando. Green for 2.
Right now the Celtics are trying to help out on Woolridge, and Woolridge is picking him apart. As soon as he sees somebody leaning to help out on him, that teammate is getting the ball.
And the Celtics are going to use their 22nd timeout here. 3:39 left to play in the first, and Boston's lead is 2. Don't forget, this copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Boston Celtics and is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Boston Celtics and Sports Channel is prohibited. Announcers on this broadcast are selected by Sports Channel and approved by the Boston Celtics.
We're going to see Sid Green right now as McHale went over to help out, and beautiful stuff. And we're going to see McHale now. It goes inside, and they cut him off to the baseline, and he just swoops around the defender there, Sid Green. It's amazing. They keep freeing up his right hand. They free it up on the other side to shoot the jump hook, and that time they freed him up to power it to the middle.
McHale slapping that away from Green out of bounds. Larry wanted to go right in quickly to Kevin. And McHale out to throw a pick for DJ. And the pass is picked off as DJ tried to force it in Bird. Again, the Bulls with a chance to tie here. Neither team has made a substitution. We've played almost 9 minutes of this first quarter. Gervin in traffic.
He just plays.
Didn't know what to call that there, Tom. What do you call that?
You don't look for an open man. No way.
Bird got free, misses the layup. Comes down to Woolridge. Bulls were young. Harry got away with a push. Up quickly it comes Gervin. Trying to get it in. It's picked off as he tried to force it inside to Sidney Green. Now the Celts looking to break. McHale's ahead of the field. And no goaltend. It is going to be Celtic bench is up talking to Bruce Alexander as they want a goaltending call. I don't think they're going to get it. Kevin McHale will be at the line. The foul, I believe, went on Oldham. We've got a timeout. 2:48 left to play here. First quarter. Celts by a deuce. Good block.
George Gervin, not renowned as a passer, as we'll see right now, picked off easily by Dennis Johnson. Celts whip it up quickly and find Kevin McHale along the baseline, and Macy down quickly to double team. You saw Oldham swatting it away. Larry Bird was claiming that it hit the glass before he made the block. If that had happened, it would have been goaltending, but officials said no.
The foul went to Macy. It'll be Kevin McHale at the line for a couple. Kevin's got 6 so far on the night. Shooting 75% now at the free throw line after a rocky start. You see 9th in the NBA in block shots. Oldham comes in 6th in the league. And Kevin goes 0 for 2. Kind of clanked both of those, too, Tom.
Got to shoot fall-away jumpers from the foul line for a while.
Woolridge in traffic. Green somehow got that rebound back and got it in.
Well, Bird went once again to help out on the penetration on the weak side, and Green with the great quickness took advantage of that. Went right to the board.
McHale looking and finding DJ wide open. Short with the jumper. Can't track down. It goes off Gervin, I believe. It'll be Boston ball. Yes, it will. Gervin doesn't like the call.
George saying, Jack, how did you see that from all the way out there? Still saying, Jack, how did you see that from all the way out there?
Harris giving the screen on Gervin. And 3-second violation is going to go against the Celtics. All right, the Bulls have got a chance to take what I believe would be their first lead of the night. We're tied at 20, 2:09 to play. First quarter comes all the way to Sidney Green at half court.
Celtics have not gotten their inside game going.
Now Oldham backing his way in on Parrish. They got away with a little hike there with the ball. Gervin, that's his move in there. Tap won't go. There's Sidney Green again. Basket will count and a foul. Sidney's becoming a terror here on the boards.
I'll tell you, Larry Bird did not block him out that time. Maybe we can see it. As Bird caught behind him, he had Gervin, and there's Sidney Green. Well, Bird is playing team defense and stepping in on penetrations, trying to cut down on easy shots, and he's turning Sid Green loose on that offensive board.
Green comes in averaging 13 a game. He's got 9 already tonight. A minute and a half still to play here in the first. Bulls with their first lead, 3. DJ thought about shooting it and lost the handle. Now we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Gervin.
And I think DJ kind of hurt his finger, too.
He gave the foul to Dennis Johnson the other way. Jerry Seasting has checked in first time tonight. And now Scott Wedman is going to make his way into the ball game, too. Celts are over the limit, so George Gervin will be at the line. Got some of the best free throw shooters in the league on this floor tonight. Ainge is second in the league. Bird is third. And George Gervin is fourth. Gervin shooting better than 90%.
Kind of a surprise to me right now that Bill Walton, with all that's been going on, the inside game not really being productive for the Celtics, is still on the bench.
Bulls are getting all their scoring out of 3 people: Green, Gervin, and Woolridge. They've accounted for 22 of the 24 points. The Bulls have very quietly run off 11 straight here. McHale looking to break it. He does.
Well, Casey left Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish in there really to get that inside game going, and probably gave Seasting instructions, get the ball into the big guys.
Gervin now, nice pass to Green, who wasn't quite ready for it, and the foul is going to be, I believe, on Wedman, not Parrish. Let's see what Jack Madden holds up. It's going to be on Scott Wedman.
Watch this pass by Gervin. It'll be fancy, you can believe it. And it goes over to Sidney Green. And Wedman kind of reached in and hacked him on the arm.
This kid is definitely getting better. Off what I've watched in the last 2 or 3 years.
Wedman went over to help on the double against George Gervin and left Sidney Green all alone underneath the basket, much like Larry Bird was doing. And one of two things has to happen. The guards have to drop back to help out, but they were afraid to do that. Macy hits the shot so well from outside.
Bulls now by 5 as Seasting pops out, goes into McHale. Kevin bumps his way in. That's going to be a goaltender on Oldham. Got there too late.
Juwan, it was on its way down, baby. Here you're going to see it, the shot, and it was more than halfway to the hoop. That's kind of rule of thumb.
Wedman, quick hands on Woolworth, but he got it back and got fouled on the way by. That might go on McHale.
The move is to try and force Woolridge to his left. He's very, very strong going to his right. So when he goes to his left, he's a right-handed shooter. He's got to bring it back to you, and the best shot you have is trying to destroy his rhythm. That time they got him out of his rhythm, but also got a piece of his arm. Say, this kid had the mark of a great basketball player for a couple of years now, but the style of play never was there to enhance his talents.
Would appear to be now. He's got 9. It's a 5-point Bull lead. Wedman finding Seasting in the corner. Got it. Jerry Seasting burying his first shot. Celtics coming out with a little pressure here as both Seasting and Wedman are in the backcourt tracking their man. Woolridge is handling the ball an awful lot of time, isn't he? You gonna make a big guard out of this guy or what? Sidney Green gets it again. Woolridge back up. Shakes the building with that one.
I'll tell you, they are here to do some damage.
Really beating the Celtics badly right now on the boards. McHale hits the fall away. No. Parrish tracks it down, knocked out of bounds by Woolridge. Celtics have got 2 seconds to get a shot off here. That's all the time left in the first quarter. Comes to Wedman. Let it go, Scotty. Knocked away. No shots for Boston, and the Bulls have got themselves a 5-point lead, and they got to be pretty happy about that. Our score after 1, Chicago 31, Boston 26. Welcome back to the Boston Garden, everybody. Mike Gorman along with Tom Heinsohn. You can see the Celtics are shooting better, but they're losing this game by 5, and the main reason might be the rebounds. That's what I was trying to say. T 12 to 11, but 7 of those came off the offensive boards for the Bulls.
And Sidney Green has 4 offensive rebounds in 1 quarter.
The Bulls have made some wholesale changes, as have the Celtics. Bill Walton is in the lineup for Boston. He'll stay out there with DJ, Seasting, Wedman, and Bird. The Bulls now have Kyle Macy and Quentin Daly in the backcourt. Gene Banks will be the small forward. Dave Corzine and Sidney Green are up front. Seasting is going to chase Macy. Bird will stay on Green. Wedman has got Banks. This kid can fill it up. Quentin Daly for 2.
He gets behind a pick and has more than 3 feet. It's in the hoop. In fact, all he needs about 1/3 of an inch.
Walton now looking to work on Corzine. Doesn't make it with the hook. Good rebound. Bird got it.
Casey lifted Bird and Dennis Johnson so that he could play with this second unit. Those 2 players could play with the second unit, perhaps giving that second unit a little bit more offense.
Sidney Green dumps it off to Daly. Bird's got him in a switch. Quentin misses this time. Loose ball comes back to Macy. Good job by Corzine there to keep it alive. Daly Daly's open again. Got it this time.
Boy, I'll tell you, Macy and Daly from the outside, you can't leave them.
Bulls did a good job of blocking out there as that ball just fell to the ground in the midst of the red circle. Wedman the steal. Long lead pass too far for Larry Bird. Here's Banks in the corner. Looking to go on Wedman. Dumps it off to Green. He'll take the outside jumper. Corzine hitting the boards. Gets the basket and a foul. It'll go against Walton.
I will tell you, there's absolutely very little, perhaps none, in the department of blocking out on the offensive boards. As Walton doesn't have anybody. Corzine, who just moved in from the foul line. Celtics have to start laying a body on some of these red jerseys, keeping them off the boards. They're killing the Celtics.
Boston's down by 9. We'll be right back.
Here's Bill Walton's hook shot, a little off the front of the rim. Bird, who had angled beautifully in against Banks, puts it in off the glass. He's doing his share on the offensive board. But they need some good defensive rebounding right now as the Bulls are banging the glass.
Corzine puts the lead into double figures. It's Chicago by 10. Wakes up the crowd here at the Garden. 10:17 to go, second quarter. Walton the high post.
Well, the first half has been a combination for the Celtics of very little of their normal offense and very poor defense.
Larry Bird hit on the arm. Gene Banks will pick it up. Bird will be at the free throw line. Here comes Kevin McHale back in. Scott Wedman will go to the Boston bench. Seasting and Walton stay in the lineup. Larry will have a couple. Bird the leading scorer in the game right now with 13.
I like what I've seen of Bird tonight. His shooting, his rhythm, his balance, much improved over the last game we did, Mike.
Yeah.
Even though he shot pretty well in the last ball game, he's taking his time and he's measuring the hoop a lot better.
Quentin Daly really wants it, nails it.
Oh, he is some dynamite offensive player. And you go from George Gervin to Quentin Daly, that's pretty good offense. And then wait till Michael Jordan shows up.
There's no rest there. Dale's jump hook won't go. Oakley, the rookie, who just checked in, pulling down the rebound. Walton, a good job on Banks, but they find Corzine and he hits.
Nice inside game developed by the Bulls that time, and Kevin got nailed behind Corzine with the wide body.
DJ puts it up quickly, in and out. Rebound Corzine, gets it to Macy. Chicago looking to run. Comes to Banks on a wing. Off to Corzine, the trailer, as it's slapped away. DJ looking to push it right back. Here's Seasting, full court right. Swallowed up by Quentin Daly. McHale dumps it off. Dennis got it.
And for the open man. Now they have to play some defense here for the rest of this quarter. Stop the charge on the offensive glass by the Bulls.
Daly again looking to isolate one-on-one, and DJ is going to be called with a foul. Dennis not liking it. It's his second. And Robert Parrish is up off the Boston bench as John Paxson comes in, the kid out of Notre Dame, originally with San Antonio. Came up in that trade that brought Banks up. Bill Walton will go back to the bench. And Danny Ainge is going to check in. Dennis Johnson will go out, so Jerry Seasting continues to see time. Oakley inbounds to Paxson. Seasting will cover him. Quentin Daly. And Danny Ainge got him in the arm.
I'll tell you, the Celtics are not, it looks like their defensive scheme is not to double Quentin Daly with the point guard's man. That time Seasting really reached in very, very late. and he was only about a foot and a half away. Well, Daly is and Gervin, that off guard. A guy like Woolridge is going to get many opportunities to go one-on-one tonight.
Bulls are getting great production out of their bench here. There's all 12 points in the second quarter have been scored by Corzine and Daly, who checked in. And Quentin Daly is going to be called for a foul as he bumped somebody as they were going through traffic.
Daly is a great offensive player.
Here's David Thirdkill make an early appearance for Boston. Jerry Seasting will go to the bench.
Well, Thirdkill is going to try and put the clamps on Quentin Daly.
Bird fakes the three-pointer. Short with the two-pointer, and it's pulled down by Banks. Banks a quick push-up. Paxson. Quentin Daly again looking to work with Ainge. A couple of fakes. Along with the jumper, Bird the rebound. On the break, he's got Danny. Paxson's the only one back. Thirdkill waited for McHale to clear. On the cut, it ends up in Parrish's hands, and he hits the jumper.
And that was accidental offense. It was a good pull-up by Danny Ainge as three of the Bulls had hustled back to stop that fast break.
That's the first hoop by the Chief here with 7:30 to play in the first half.
Corzine at the head of the key. That pulls Parrish off the boards.
And Corzine nails a turnaround.
I'm telling you, that is his spot. Outside, much like Lambier. Last year, Kevin Lockley tried to get a lot of inside offense out of Corzine. He just can't produce in there.
Bird, good fake, lost Banks. Now it's slapped away by Corzine. Bad pass.
But the pace of the game is being played the way the Bulls want to play it. Upbeat, putting pressure every trip up the court against the Celtics defense.
McHale inside over Oakley for two. Boston down 9. Clear aside now. Banks looking to go on Bird. Rebound off to Larry. Got a hand on that ball as Banks went through. Loop it up to Ainge. Parrish looking to get more involved in the offense. Spins on Corzine. Can't hit off the glass. Oakley flattens McHale and gets the rebound. Oakley came right up the floor, misses the layup, and draws the foul as he goes at Parrish for the rebound.
But he was all alone underneath as Kevin McHale was trailing him. He had the shot, should have made it. It comes in a little bit aggressive for a rookie, makes a rookie foul, and Celtics retain possession. But Celtics defense is not there tonight.
McHale free for two.
They're going to work the rookie right now, figuring he will not know how to angle Kevin off the ball.
Thirdkill chasing Quentin Daly. Sidney Green is now getting back up off the bench, maybe coming in for Oakley. Daly dumps it off the Banks, who's wide open. Corzine the offensive board. Corzine again the offensive board. Corzine has played exceptionally well here in the second quarter. He's got 9 points.
You know, the Celtics, all of them were looking at Quentin Daly and perhaps where they could double, and again the Bulls took advantage of that.
Bird misses outside, looking for the three-pointer. And Orlando Woolridge and Sidney Green both check back in for the Bulls. Oakley and Banks will go to the bench.
Celtics did not make enough of an inroad into this lead while Oakley was in the game.
Ainge now covering John Paxson. It's Bird as they switch. Quentin Daly, top of the key, is short with that one. There's the rebound right in the hands of Woolridge. Double pump. No, they call him for a travel.
Well, I think the Celtics got a break that time. That was a long rebound that the Bulls were right there. The guards of the Celtics were in trying to help out. They had penetrated well below the circle and didn't cover the long rebound.
4:50 now left to play in the half, and the Celtics unable to really make a dent in this Bull lead. McHale wants it. Got it, and a foul. Nifty move there by Kevin as he twisted his way in.
Well, they're finding a hot man right now. Good fake by Kevin. Green really doesn't go for it, but nudges him as he swoops by him. And the ball gets the shooter's bounce.
Here comes Oldham back into the ball game, and Sidney Green goes out quickly as Green picked up his 3rd personal foul.
Well, they're going to try and save him for the second half. Not a bad thought, as he played very well in that first quarter, both offensively and defensively. They're going to see if Oldham is going to guard Kevin or who.
Paxson, quick push-up. Third kill doing a good job on Quentin Daly since he came in. Woolridge tried to loop it in. It's going to be Boston ball. And no, Bruce Alexander reverses the call. Jack Madden had it one way, and Alexander said, nope, goes the other. Casey Jones not liking that decision. Casey wanted to know who's in charge out there.
Larry Bird knew.
Daly knocks it home. It's amazing, Tom. We got 18 points here in the second quarter.
I'll tell you.
All from Daly and Corzine.
I'll tell you, Quentin Daly can fill it up. And if he comes in and starts hitting his first shot.
Third kill on the cut, and the foul is going to go on Corzine. Good move by David Third-kill without the ball.
Yeah, but he was all alone, and he caught the ball so far under the basket he couldn't power it up. It's those little things that hurt, Mike. He got him the ball, but didn't even have a real strong chance for a three-point play.
David gets a roll on that one.
Well, the third kill can stay with Quentin Daly. He's just the type of player that might be able to do some damage on Daly. Stick to him like glue. Got to fight through the picks.
That's what he's doing right now. Corzine now wants to go over the top of Bird, and does. Well, David's already bettered his season average in this quarter alone. He's got 11, came in averaging 10 a game. Parrish is trying to post up on Corzine. Now they find it. No, they don't. Knocked away by Corzine. 3-on-2 break here. Quentin Daly, nice pass. Nice pass.
I'll tell you, Gervin may not be able to pass, but Daly can.
I tell you, these two guys ought to room together. McHale bumps his way up, and the foul is going to go on Oldham.
Well, Oldham played him the right way. Took away the inside move. Forced him to bring the ball back, but made a foolish move. Should have waited until a shot had been released before he went up to block it. Oh, Kevin will get those positions down there in the low post and those moves down to hair-splitting stages now. He knows just how much room he needs to get a shot away.
Woolridge waits for the offense to catch up. Now again, Orlando in the point guard position. Almost killed Oldham with that pass. Dale, foul is going to go on Quentin Daly reaching in. We're going to see the reach in here by Daly. Good look by Ainge.
Well, Kevin had his man beat, but Daly was in there and really wasn't a bad move by Daly. Puts Kevin at the line, however. Celtics having difficulty even fast breaking off steals. Hey, the speed of this Bulls ball club, very evident. They're getting back and they're hustling.
21 first half points here for Kevin McHale, and Stan Albeck wants a timeout. 2:59 left to play here first half. The Bulls are still up by 7.
It's just a so-so pass by Danny Ainge as he kind of left it hanging up there. And here come the Bulls pushing it up. And when you see a guy like Corzine coming into your screen right now making layups, there's trouble in River City, pal. He is not the swiftest of the swift.
Bulls have been very much in control of this game after the first 4 or 5 minutes or so. Crept back in right around 20 apiece and have dominated ever since then. Woolridge, step on the field, manages to keep control, but the ball comes loose and it goes to Corzine. They continue to get second and third efforts here every offensive trip. And Paxson buries 3.
Well, the Celtics are taking off before they gain the rebound. I'm sure Casey will be talking to the boys in white in the locker room about that little situation.
Ainge was looking for McHale, now finds Bird in the corner. Larry was hot early, got Oldham in the air. Can't hit the runner, and it's pulled down by Corzine.
Boy, good block out that time by Corzine.
Bulls looking to go up a dozen. Woolridge travels with the basketball.
Excellent defense that time by Bird, who stepped up in to Woolridge and forced that walk violation.
Bird and McHale have 35 of Boston's 46 points. Larry just adds to that total now. Celtics not getting much balance at all. 4 points for DJ, 2 for Parrish, 2 for Ainge, and 1 for third kill.
What's really hurt him in this first half, Mike, more than anything else, is the defense.
Quentin Daly is fouled on the drive. It'll go against David, third kill.
Yeah, but you can see third kill is giving him a little bit of a problem on his release. Third kill can keep a little distance between himself and Daly on that drive. He'll have an opportunity to confuse Mr. Daly a little bit. You know, it's really a shame, this kid, the problems, psychological problems he's had, and the drug problem. They say he's basically a pretty nice kid, but wow.
Been to the well a few times. That's
Sure
for sure.
Has. No question he's a basketball player, though.
No. Bird looking to work on Woolridge. Takes the fall away. Again, the Bulls are just all over the boards.
I'll tell you, they have got a cup in that rebounding department. They just spread out and keep you on their back.
Daly gives it up to Oldham baseline. He comes up short. Bird clears.
Right, third kill just played Daly beautifully that time.
Third kill now. Tries to loop it and does to McHale. He's triple teamed. Gets it back. Basket goes. Nice move by David, third kill.
Well, the Bulls will gamble off third kill, figuring he's not going to hurt you. They may not even get the ball to him, but
final 45 seconds here of the first half. Woolridge. Forces one up and run. Can't hit off the glass. McHale's got it. Boston can get back to it in 6.
Taking Woolridge's drive away from him, and he's settling for poorer shots now in this last few trips up the court.
The Bulls are going to get this ball back again with about 7 seconds on the shot clock. Boston's down to 4. They get it to Bird, and he hits. 18-21 for McHale. That's most of the Boston offense. Paxson comes back and buries another three-pointer.
Boy, and Corzine really set a pick on Danny Ainge.
He's 2 for 2. Bird. Basket won't count, even though McHale tipped it in, and Boston is going to go to the dressing room in a bit of a hole here. We have played a half at the Garden, and the Bulls are in charge, 61-52. Welcome back to the Garden, everybody. Mike Corman along with Tom Heinsohn, and we are finally about ready to get underway here for the second half. If halftime seemed a little long to you, well, it seemed a little long to us, too, because of that fella. Might have been that dunk by Orlando Woolridge in the second quarter that shook up the basket, but there seemed to be some dispute as to whether or not it was level and at the right height. So they stopped the clock, and our halftime went about 3 or 4 minutes longer than we had anticipated. But we're about ready to go now. Celtics, you see, 4-2 against the Bulls last season, but Michael Jordan, you must remember, averaged almost 33 points a game against Boston in those 6 games. He is not here, but the Bulls,
The rest of them are.
yeah, are definitely here.
With a passion.
There's Orlando Woolridge coming back out. Larry Bird having a few pleasant words with Jack Madden.
I'll tell you, Mike, it's a tough job for a coach like Casey Jones. You would think right now this ball club would be sky high against the Bulls after losing to the Cavs, but they weren't. Let's see what effect he had in the locker room at halftime.
McHale and Bird, 75% of Boston's first half points. Sidney Green. Loose ball foul is going to go on Green, and that'll be at least 3, maybe 4. I think it's 4.
Well, the Celtics got a little aggressive that time on defense. Green, 4th foul on him. He was really wreaking havoc on the boards against the Celtics in that first quarter.
Ainge looking inside of McHale. Now Bird pops out. DJ got it.
And taking what the defense has given them, a good sign early.
DJ with 6-2 in each quarter so far. Boston's down 7. They've isolated the side of the floor for George Gervin, but DJ's doing a good job, as you can see, of preventing him from getting any kind of an angle to the ball. Woolrich with a double pump job, and Bird clears.
I'll tell you, DJ got right out there, and Danny Ainge did not let Macy create a better passing angle.
McHale double teamed, hits the side of the glass with it, comes up quickly to Woolrich, stolen by Bird, picked off the floor by Green. Macy to Gervin, 2.
Boy, he is some kind of fast break player. He gets out on the wing and nobody on him, or the defense is retreating. It's up and in.
7 points in that first quarter, didn't play at all in the second. Quentin Daly came in, did such a good job. DJ, 2 more. Corzine is going to make an early appearance here in the third quarter, as here is already stretching over there on the sideline. Woolrich can't catch the alley-oop. Boston's got a 3-on-3 break here. The trailer is Dennis Johnson. Wants it again. Short this time, and we've got a foul, I believe, is going to go on Woolrich. Here comes Corzine into the ball game, and Dennis Johnson is going to go to the free throw line.
Sidney Green will sit down with his 4 personals, and probably Oldham will end up guarding McHale. That's who ended up with him the latter stages of the second quarter. So an awfully big man will be guarding Kevin McHale, and a quick one to boot.
DJ can't get the roll. See the bandaged fingers of Dennis Johnson.
Everybody's talking about the games being boring, you know, and Celtics rolling over opponents. I think they started to believe the newspapers.
Not so tonight. 10 minutes straight up to play here in the third, and Chicago has been very, very much in control.
They're not making this one boring.
DJ, the loose ball. Tapped by Bird, won't go. Parrish. And we've got a foul. Looked like Oldham or Corzine got him. Chief doing a good job hitting the offensive board. Boston, again, not getting many offensive rebounds tonight.
Well, there's the rebound action. The Chief in there on that up quick. Nobody had a chance to block him out. He gets fouled on that shot. But the Celtics, to trigger that fast break, were really talking on defense. It allowed Danny Ainge to get out in the passing lane. They anticipated the play pattern, and Danny just knocked it off, and DJ picked it up. So Celtics thinking defense now.
Good shooting night here for the Chiefs so far. He's just 1 of 6 from the floor. Took more shots than I thought in that first half. Woolrich gets the roll. 13 now for Orlando, who had all 11 of his previous points in that first quarter. Again, it was the Chicago bench that performed well in the second 12 minutes. Gale looks and finds DJ wide open, comes a step closer, and hits.
And they're doubling down to help out on McHale. Celtic guards will have to hit that outside shot.
Crowd calling for defense here. Corzine and a thought outside, picked off by Ainge. 4-on-3 Boston break. Bird on a wing. Little fake. Runner. Got it. Big hoop.
Timeout by Stan Albeck.
Boston very suddenly back to within 3, 65-62.
Going to see some good anticipation by Danny Ainge as they're out challenging Corzine. He's looking to the weak side, and as Danny Ainge just steps up and pulls that pass down as he knew it was going into the low post. Celts end up with a nice lay-down pass to Bird, a little up fake against Macy. Corzine can't get at it as it had snow on it as it came down.
All right, Celts getting much tougher here on the defensive end, trailing now just by 3. Corzine swallowed up. Macy will fire away. Nobody got Woolridge, and he got 2 and a foul. Boston had a good trip on their hands there defensively, and suddenly Woolridge was left alone on the board.
Well, when you start rotating people, it leaves the weak side open, and the Bulls that time took advantage of that as nobody got to Woolridge quick enough on the rebound. The furthest man from the ball is usually the open man, and nobody got to Woolridge in time.
Parrish now on the high post with Oldham on it. DJ pops out. Here comes McHale through in the baseline. They find him. Fights off the double team. And a whistle and a foul. Jack Madden's got the call underneath. And it's going to go on Juwan Oldham. See his reaction.
I'll tell you, Danny Ainge really hustled to come up with that offensive rebound, so he's an invigorated ball player coming out of the locker room.
They clear out for Ainge on Mason. Oh, Bird got 3.
Boy, he just nailed Woolridge behind him.
22 now for Larry, who's the leading scorer in the game. Gervin, quick release, is an air ball. Woolridge, though, again, doesn't get the roll, but he'll be back at the line. Orlando Woolridge continues to be a terror on that offensive board.
I'll tell you, Woolridge and Bird kind of half-heartedly blocks Woolridge out, was going for the ball rather than getting a piece of Woolridge, and Woolridge with that speed just stepped right in, picked it off.
See Larry's reaction coming up right here.
How could I be so dumb?
Woolridge got the second of 2, 17 points for Orlando, and a 5-point Chicago lead. DJ came through, wants to go over Gervin, does. Dennis Johnson coming alive here in the third.
Yeah, finding people to go to the Celtics now.
DJ.
Gervin, not a great defender.
DJ's got 9 points here in the third quarter. Woolridge waves him away and hits outside.
I'll tell you, he starts hitting that consistently. You got to go out and get him. He's going to sky. He's a one-dribble dunk man from the corner.
Gale free and just lost a handle. Larry can't hit. Corzine clears. Macy, the pull-up three-pointer. No.
Macy took an ill-advised shot that time.
DJ. And he is fouled. It's going to go on Gervin. Dennis continues to be the offensive answer for Boston here. Gervin picking up his second foul.
Yeah, but you don't want to bring Daly into this ball game too quickly either. That's what'll happen if Dennis keeps hitting that jump shot and over Gervin. Gervin will be out and Daly will be in. And nobody had the answer to him in the first half except David Thirdkill.
Yeah, Thirdkill did do a good job, though.
Yeah, Stan Albeck. I bet you just can't wait for his Christmas present. Michael Jordan.
Gervin trying to post up DJ and get some offense back on the other end. DJ doing a good job again, just denying Gervin the ball. Goes to Corzine instead. Rebound Bird.
Excellent defense by Kevin McHale. Was right on his shooting hand.
Boston can get to within 1 this trip. DJ puts it on the floor. It's got Corzine in a switch, looking for Parrish. Bird comes around, finds Robert. Offensive board. Bird. No. Basket won't count. Jack Madden with the call outside.
Parrish got whacked. Let's take a peek at it. His Bird comes off the pick, little up fake, sees room along the baseline. Here's Parrish, and Oldham just kind of ran right into him.
Gave that foul to Kyle Macy.
Gave it to Macy?
Yeah. Because he only
Where
had
was
one.
he?
I didn't see him either. All right, Chief trying to get the Celts within a hoop, and he does.
I know Macy's a small guard, but not that small.
5:55 left to play here in the third. The Celtics down 9 at the half and now within 2. They've been much more aggressive on the defensive end.
And disrupting the rhythm of the patterns that the Bulls are running.
Woolridge had to take that one. There was only 1 second on the shot clock, and no 24-second violation. Oldham just copped that air ball, and you can't do that.
Boy, did they get up, and they challenged every man to handle the ball. The crowd going wild now. Casey wants more of the same. Good defense.
He's going to use a 20-second timeout here to talk over the offensive trip. 5:35 left to play here in the third. 71-69. Chicago now by 2.
You know, when you have a team that doesn't have the real rhythm and their offense going, you can do a number on it.
Sports Channel continues to dominate the coverage of the Boston Celtics as the Celtics take on the Dallas Mavericks. Join Tom and me Wednesday, December 18th at the Boston Garden for all the live and exclusive action beginning at 7:15 with our Celtic pregame show. That's the Celtics and the Mavs. Boston 6 of 12 shooting here in the third. Chicago 4 of 11.
And the reason is that they're getting out and they're really getting aggressive on the defense, getting in the passing lane, getting a hand on the guard who's starting to develop the play pattern, denying Gervin the ball, denying almost everybody. That was a mark of great defense. The 24-second clock went off.
DJ in the corner looking for McHale, who's got Corzine on his back. Dennis open for the jumper and hits it. DJ with 13 points in this quarter.
Well, I just saw a little air come out of Juan Oldham and Dave Corzine when that shot went in.
Orlando Woolridge answers quickly. Woolridge with 21, and he scored 10 here in the third. Loop it into McHale. Got it.
Great isolation play that time. All the Celtics well above the three-point line. Allowed McHale to be all alone underneath. Good pass by Bird.
4:45 to go here in the third. Corzine. Oldham spins for the hook. Loose ball. Whistle. Nope, no whistle. It's Boston ball. DJ's got it.
More aggressive defense.
Dennis looking for a screen from Parrish. Now he gets it. Takes the fall away. Robert the rebound. Chief. Foul Oldham.
Well, Oldham will give you a tough go close to that hoop. He's picking up those fouls.
That's number 5 on Juwan Oldham, so Sidney Green with 4 comes back in.
Well, that is always the benefit when you have a good inside game. The opposing centers and the forwards start to get in foul trouble, and they have to go much deeper into their bench than perhaps they'd like to. Oldham, with the 5th personal, was really kind of effective against Parrish.
Robert 1 of 2 from the line, and that's Boston's lead, 74-73. First time the Celtics have led since we were in the teens. Out of bounds off Parrish. It'll be Chicago ball. Woolridge to inbound. Heard the near steal, and Parrish does steal it. Loose. Woolridge has got it, and he hits it. 23 now for Woolrich, who came in as the NBA's third leading scorer at 25 a game.
Well, you can see why.
Yeah.
His outside shooting much better this year than last year.
Harris.
Corzine cannot guard Robert Parrish.
Gervin walked with the basketball.
Parrish getting a little upset with himself right now. I should be making these shots.
And George says, I've been making that move for years now.
Yep.
I call walking on that. He's still looking around at Bruce Alexander. DJ. Yes. 15 third quarter points for Dennis Johnson. He now has 19 on the night. 6 of 7 shooting here in the third for DJ. Gervin looking to get some back. How'd he get that up?
And Bird went in there to cut off the penetration, forced him to take that circus shot, but
George has been in the circus for a long time.
Yeah, he's been Bonham and Daly for a long time.
DJ tapped by Bird.
We're getting down to the good game now, pal.
It's a shootout.
It's getting to be there. This is not one of those dull ones they've been writing about. This is going to be a head knocker.
Gervin right back. 2 more.
Oh.
Gervin now at 13. Bulls by 1 as we go back and forth. Parrish spins from Corzine. DJ had a thought. Now he'll take it. Robert the rebound. McHale tries to keep it alive, and Jack Madden with the call outside. I think it's going to go against McHale. Celtics are going to call a timeout here. 1:59 to play in the third. Chicago's still up, but just by 1. Welcome back to the Garden, everybody. There you see the third quarter field goal shooting percentage. The Bulls right at 50%. The Celtics 48, but they're getting a few more shots than Chicago. Green and Oldham riding those fouls. Oldham will be on the bench. Sidney Green is in the lineup, number 21, and Bill Walton, as you see, is checking in.
As is Seasting.
Seasting has got Macy, and again the battle continues, as you see, between Gervin and DJ. Macy tries outside and hits for 3.
Well, you better be ready to defend against that play exactly the way Macy ran it. They're waiting for you to double down from that guard spot, and he'll kill you from out there. Celtics will have to devise another way to help DJ against Gervin in the low post.
Well, couldn't get to it.
And he was wide open.
Gervin looking, finding Macy. Now it's Woolrich. Forces one up. That PJ might have got a piece of that.
Sitting right on his shooting hand.
Dennis now one-on-one with Woolrich, and he fires.
When you're hot, you is hot.
He got 17 points here in the third quarter. 21 on the night. Woolrich is isolated. Doesn't hit. Gale clears. Celtics can tie. Seaston finds DJ on a wing. Woolrich will come the other way.
Gervin came racing at DJ as he just released that shot, and it destroyed his rhythm.
Sidney Green, the turnaround, got it off the glass. Green, who had been quiet here in this half.
Well, he didn't play too much. He picked up that fourth foul, and he was out.
He'll keep you quiet. Huh?
Yep. Can't be too loud sitting on that bench.
McHale at the buzzer, hits it. So the Celtics have cut it all the way back down to 2 after trailing by 5 after 1 and 9 after 2. It's now the Bulls by a hoop. We are back at the Boston Garden, everybody, and that's the way it's played so far. The Bulls by a hoop, 84-82. Boston outscoring them by 7 in that third quarter. Celtics are shooting 49% for the game, 47% shooting for the Chicago Bulls. The rebound still in favor of Chicago, 35-30, as are the turnovers. Rick Carlisle is going to make his first appearance of the night. He will be in the backcourt with Jerry Seasting. The front court will be Walton, Bird, and McHale. Corzine, Green, Woolridge, Quentin Daly, and Kyle Macy are on the floor for Chicago.
It'll be very important how Carlisle handles Quentin Daly.
McHale takes it. Bird is there. Woolridge got a piece of it on the way up. All right, Carlisle has got himself a tough defensive assignment with this kid Daly. Macy backing his way in.
See if he can cut off the angles. Make it a tough pass to Daly.
They go to Corzine right away. Comes up short. Tracked down, though, by Sidney Green, who's been doing that all night. And he throws it away.
Sidney, great play. Dumb pass.
Yeah, boy, was it ever. Key point of the game, too. All right, Carlisle will set things up this trip. Says something to Bird, who cuts through in the baseline. Easton looking for Larry. Now Larry goes back the other way. Walton's got it on Corzine. Turnaround, no. Big rebound by Green. Gets it out to Daly on the break. Woolridge lost it on the way up. Macy in and out. Bird's got it. Carlisle off the floor. Larry looking and finding Kevin. Good defense there by Green. Carlisle snuck in for 2.
Well, Daly lost him. Figuring Carlisle's not going to get the ball.
You got it. We're tied at 84. Corzine outside. 15 points now for Corzine.
Boy, he can hit that outside shot.
Bird, quick release. Green the rebound.
That's the shot he's having trouble with. The quick release outside shot.
Woolridge, and he's fouled on the way through. Looks like Bill Walton, from the look in his face, is going to be called for that one. Here comes John Paxson back into the game. He had a couple of three-pointers in that first half. The only 2 shots he took.
Tell you, the Bulls have some nice replacement parts. You know, I mean, similar type players. Paxson comes in for Macy. He can hit that three-pointer as well as Macy.
Larry Bird gone to the Boston bench. Scott Wedman and Robert Parrish coming in. And Gene Banks is going to make an appearance for Chicago, and he'll be coming in, I believe, for Woolridge because he's kneeling on the sideline. Kevin McHale sitting down. So Parrish, Walton, and Wedman the front line. Carlisle, Seaston the backcourt.
Celtics hoping that the Twin Tower effect will have a telling effect on this Bulls ball club.
All right, let's see. Chicago by 4 as Boston makes their first trip. Carlisle again. Blocked this time, and they're going to count it.
It was goaltending as he hit the glass with it. A nice pass. Look at Carlisle, and Daly gets hung up on the pick. And there was the block after it hit the glass. That's goaltending.
Quentin Daly wants the ball on Carlisle. Rick doing a pretty good job right now at denying him. Now Daly comes through the middle. Still can't find him. They take the outside jumper instead, and it's knocked home by Sidney Green. 15 points for Green, who averages 13 a game. Walt, good position. Misses the hook. And a whistle and a foul is going to go on Robert Parrish over the back.
That's all right, Robert. That's a good foul, pal. Get aggressive on the board. Don't worry about those.
Second foul on Boston. None have been whistled here yet on the Bulls.
Number 20, Gene Banks is back in the Bulls.
9 minutes now to play in the game. Here's Daly for 2.
And when he's moving to his right, you're a dead duck.
The Bulls have pushed it back up to 6. Wedman, 2. First basket for Scotty tonight. Kevin McHale, not long in the Boston bench, is back up at the scorer's table. Banks popping out in the corner. Paxson is left open, and he hits. Seaston looking inside, finds Parrish. Robert will take it. Another rebound for Green, who flattens Wedman with an elbow. And Bruce Alexander is going to call it on Green. Their bodies all over the place on this exchange. What's Seaston first?
Setting a pick, and I'll tell you, Gene Banks just collides with him. It's Parrish's shot, and watch Sidney Green come off there and swing the elbow, and that is an automatic foul. See, Green saying, I never even touched him. Just the fact you start swinging elbows allows the official to call a foul.
8:13 to go in this one. Celtics still down by a half dozen, 94-88. Exciting thoroughbred horse racing comes your way all year long here on Sports Channel. That's racing from Suffolk Downs. 5 nights a week, see a complete recap of all the day's action, and that's immediately following tonight's telecast racing from Suffolk Downs right here on Sports Channel. 8:13 to play in this one. 94-88, a 6-point Chicago lead.
That's a flagrant foul, so Scott Wedman will be up the line shooting 2, even though Sidney Green had possession of the ball. We need these 2 foul shots.
There's one.
This unit that's in there now has to hold its own and hold off the charge of the Bulls for at least another minute.
4-point game as Paxson comes up under pressure from Seaston. Parrish trying to jump out to help out. Daly wants the ball badly. Daly looking to dribble through traffic and fires in and out. Sidney Green again with the rebound.
I'll tell you, he is one of those guys that you have to block out about 10 feet from the hoop.
Daly goes off to the races again. Parrish clears this time. Keeps those elbows in tight. Wedman for 3. Loose ball to Paxson. Scotty looking to get it back in a hurry. Dennis Johnson is over leaning on the scorer's table. Larry Bird now gets up from the Boston bench. Sidney Green short. Another rebound to the Chief. Get it out to Carlisle. McHale's ahead on the break. Finds him. Knocked out of bounds by Paxson. Here comes Bird and DJ back into the game. Rick Carlisle and Scott Wedman will go to the bench. And Danny Ainge now running up to the scorer's table. And Ainge will come in for Jerry Seaston. Boston back now. They're starting 5 for the final 7-11 of this ball game. McHale. And the foul is going to be on Quentin Daly reaching in.
But Green did a nice job of forcing Kevin McHale way up the lane to get the ball, and allows Quentin with a one-step drop to get in there and give him some trouble.
DJ popping out and looking for McHale. Now Bird gets free on the other side and hits.
Well, Parrish really nailed Banks with a pick.
26 points now for Larry Bird. Boston within a hoop. The crowd calling for defense. Quentin Daly is trying to post up Dennis Johnson. DJ and Daly are really going at each other. Corzine finds Green. Tough move by Sidney Green.
Whoa. He's another one dribble stuffer from the corner.
Sydney with 17. Bulls by 4. DJ has been hot. Good move. Doesn't go. Comes off to Paxson. It's a 4-on-2 break for the Bulls if they get it together. Team banks. Basket will count and a foul.
Tell you, they got that fast break going quickly. A 3-man attack, and Corzine hustled his tail up there to give him 4 men. Put pressure. There's Corzine already in the middle of it. And before anybody can go out and pick up Banks, he's got the ball and moving to the hoop as the Celtics will lean in to try and pick him up.
Foul went to Bird, only his second, but Boston is suddenly down 7 again, 99-92.
Amazing what happens when you run, particularly at the latter stages of the ball game.
Larry Bird ends up on the seat of his pants, but nails it. John Paxson got it.
Oh, say your prayers, John Paxson.
Oh, a move by Paxson.
You can tell he went to Notre Dame.
Why can you tell that? Because that one went in.
Got the blessing of the Lord on that one.
Quentin Daly the rebound, and all of a sudden they can go up 9, and a whistle and a foul is going to go against Bird, who tried to tie up Daly rather in the backcourt. So 3rd on Larry, the 4th on the team. Boston showing some full court pressure again.
Well, now they have to work really hard on defense, and the Bulls have a confident feeling about this ball game. The Celtics kind of buried themselves in that first quarter. They dug a big hole for themselves.
Boston 11-1 here in the Garden, and Chicago just 4-14 on the road. Quentin Daly with 4 seconds on the shot clock, and he nails it.
Oh. And Danny Ainge went for the fake. It was an awfully difficult shot by Quentin Daly.
Casey Jones calls a timeout. 4:48 to play in this one. Celtics are down 9 again. There you see the outstanding production that Stan Albeck has gotten from Quentin Daly and friends. 43-10, the bench scoring in favor of the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, well, that's very deceiving, though, Mike. Quentin Daly gets the ball. He's an offensive force. They look for him almost every trip up the floor if they don't have a fast break. And Corzine is really the more important guy.
Bench rebounds 15-0.
Yeah, well, that's the most impressive part.
Danny's open. It's the second basket of the night for Danny Ainge.
Well, the guards are going to have to hit a few of those now in order for the Celtics to use their inside game in the last couple of minutes.
Daly with the ball. That's where they want it.
And Dennis is sending him to his left.
Daly, no. Loose ball. Ainge has got it.
And Dennis hurt his hand.
Bird wants it. Rebound to Sidney Green. Oh, he has got a ton of rebounds. 14 to be exact.
He should get the defensive boards because he's a good blockout man. He's a rugged guy, and he's got the good, quick leap. But offensively, you've got to block him out. Something the Celtics did not do.
Steal by Boston. Ainge has got it ahead to Bird. There should be 2. And Stan Albeck immediately wants a timeout. 30 points now for Larry Bird, and Boston's within 5 with 3:26 to play. Look at the Celtic bench as Larry Bird sits back down.
You know, you sit here and you look at this second half, the way the Celtics are playing. Had they come out with the same aggressive attitude in that first quarter and a good shot selection, they'd probably be leading this game. There is the good conversion on Daly, picked up by Ainge, and Bird all alone. Look at Kevin McHale was up there already on the break. motoring up the court right now, being very aggressive. Here we're going to see it from another angle as DJ forced him to his left. He tried to make a pass, but he was covered up by Bird beautifully. And Bird, knowing full well that they had possession, had already taken off up the court. They need a lot more. And right now, the double teaming of Daly might be a big factor. And DJ just about played him perfectly. You got to send him to his left and make him bring the ball to you. Unfortunately, what happens when you send him to the left, he gives you a little up fake and he shoots a fall away. You got to hang on his shooting side.
Don't forget, everybody, on Monday, December 23rd, Sports Channel will present more exclusive coverage of Hartford Whaler hockey. Don Blackburn and Rick Peckham bring you the coverage live as the Whalers face off against the New York Islanders. Join us at 7:15, beginning with the Whalers pregame show. And you can hear the Garden crowd as they look to get behind the Celtics in the final 3:25.
Well, I have to dig down deep to pull this one out. I'm surprised Kyle Macy is not back in this ball game for the Bulls.
Dennis Johnson will pick up Quentin Daly. Chicago by 5. 3:20 to go. They clear the floor for Daly. Now Ainge on the double. Sidney Green in traffic. No. Rebound. McHale's got it.
I'll tell you, that was a good play, however, by the Bulls. They got a great shot going strong to the hoop.
Celts looking to get to 3. Parrish turns looking for Bird. Larry to McHale. Misses the jump hook and Green clears.
Boy, he had Green beaten as somebody laid a pick on. Sidney was a step late. Celts should have made that one.
Again, they're going to isolate for Daly. Here comes Ainge on the double. They go back to Paxson. Misses the three-pointer. Rebound to McHale.
Oh, I can't believe that Paxson took that shot.
Ainge for 3. Rebound Banks. And now time a real factor for the Celtics as we approach 2:14 to play in the game. And again, Daly has got it. Chicago has misfired the last 2 offensive trips, but Boston unable to convert.
Well, the Celtics had their inside game going. They got it to him, and then they had to settle for the outside shot.
Daly can't hit. Parrish the rebound.
Big rebound.
3 consecutive trips. 14 rebounds in the ball game for Parrish. And here comes DJ. 1:50 to play. Dennis wants it. Got it.
That was one tough shot, I'll tell you.
And Chicago wants time with 1:48 to play. Boston's within 3. Here's a look at DJ's shot.
Well, DJ has got the ultimate confidence that he can do something against Quentin Daly. There's Corzine thinking that he'll cut off the penetration. Daly got underneath DJ, but DJ leaned in over him. Look at this angle. DJ had half a step on him. And boy, I'll tell you, also a little lucky he didn't get called for a charge.
Another 22nd timeout call by Stan Albeck. The Celtics, as you see, are back on the floor. They have not lost 2 regular season games in a row in a while. They lost last night to Cleveland. Let's see what they can do in the final 1:48 here.
I'm also surprised that Orlando Woolrich is not in this ball game. 2 key players that were very instrumental for the Bulls on the bench.
Parrish has got Paxson in a switch. Paxson's trying to figure out where the mismatch is. Daly swallowed up by DJ. Into Corzine, 24-second violation. Boston's got it back.
DJ did an absolutely fantastic defensive job on Quentin Daly.
That might be the play of the game right there. Here come the Celts down 3. Loop it to Parrish in the high post. On the back door range. And again, Chicago wants time. The Bulls have gone 5 straight offensive trips up the floor without a point. The Celtics have run off 8 straight points.
Well, I will tell you this, that if you're going to say what helped out on that situation is they were going with Quentin Daly, their #1 guy. The Celtics knew that. They don't have that many other offensive people in the ball game at this particular point, the Bulls. The Celtics just gambled, and they ended up with Danny Ainge having to guard Corzine, and as soon as he got his hands on the ball, he was double-teamed. There's Robert Parrish has to go out on Macy, but look at DJ hawking Quentin Daly all over the place, forces him to go left, and then was right on his shooting hand. There's Ainge having to guard, and no time on the clock already before Corzine even thought about taking the shot. So absolutely fantastic defense on that trip up the court by the Celtics.
It'll be Chicago ball, 1:15 to play. There you see Milwaukee running all over Sacramento tonight in the second quarter, 36-17. Kings beat the Bulls last night in Chicago.
Wow.
Weren't ready for the Bucks tonight in Milwaukee, I guess.
I want to see what the Bulls are going to do right now. Who's going to be in the ball game? And yet,
no change yet. Yeah.
No change up. Macy's not in the ball game, nor is Orlando Woolrich, who, well, I can't believe that one. That's a break for the Celtics.
I'm trying to figure out why myself. Woolrich looks okay over there on the bench. Doesn't look too happy to be sitting on it.
Well, they probably have Gene Banks in there figuring he's going to do a job on Larry Bird. But who does a job on Larry Bird at this stage of the game?
Paxson out to Corzine. Rebound, McHale. Boston can go ahead. Ainge looking for Bird. He comes through. Down to McHale. Kevin. Got it.
A double team never got there. Paxson did not get down and really give McHale a tough time.
Paxson takes a fall away. No. Rebound, Parrish. 35 seconds to go in the game. Boston by 1. Up to Bird it comes. Cross court Ainge. Celtics will take some time here. Back to Larry. And he's fouled immediately by Quentin Daly.
That'll be Celtic possession with a new 24.
And there's only 23 seconds to go in the game.
Celtics have to be very careful about the inbound right now.
Bird will do it, gives it to Ainge. It's still Boston ball. Second one off the clock. Battle between Daly and DJ. Comes right back to Larry. And he was fouled immediately by Quentin Daly.
Well, that'll put Bird at the line right now. Here comes Orlando Woolrich in the ball game now. That one's hard to believe, Stan Albeck.
Gene Banks will come out. There's Woolrich.
Well, they're going to think offense now with Woolrich.
Yeah, but they made about 7 trips in a row without getting a hoop done.
That's exactly right. And Woolrich normally does as good a job on Larry Bird as anybody.
.31 for Bird.
You know, when the Celtics heads get together and they do what they know they're supposed to do, nobody really can beat them.
Timeout called by Chicago. Boston's lead is suddenly 3. It was 103-94 about 3 minutes ago on the game clock. And the Bulls have stayed right there as Boston really shut the door on them defensively. There's a close-up look at the Bull timeout huddle. You see that big hoop by Kevin McHale just a couple of moments ago.
Well, they called this in the huddle, and immediately it goes to Bird on the side, and he spots Kevin, and Paxson never gets into the play. Look at him. He goes down there, and he was in Never Never Land. Never a double, nor anything else.
Stuck in between,
Yep,
huh?
yep. That's because Kevin had that really good low post position. It was a long drop for Paxson, and he was afraid that Danny Ainge might end up scoring. He was afraid to go down there, and it all started out because Kevin McHale got the ball down in that position A in the low post.
There's the story right there. Boston by 3, 21 seconds to play. 3-point field goal shooters Macy and Paxson are the two ones you would think of first. Macy's third in the league. He's taken 62 of them this year and has made 28. Paxson is 9 of 23, is 2 for 3 tonight.
I'll tell you, they got some great one-on-one players. Gervin. They've got Woolrich.
Quinton. Don't forget Quinton.
And Macy. And Gervin doesn't look like he's going to be taking his jacket off.
All right, let's see where Stan Albeck is going to go for his miracle 3 points here in the final 21 seconds. If he's going to try to force an overtime.
Maybe Stan Albeck hasn't gotten to this part of the playbook yet.
All right, Quentin Daly is in the ball game. Kyle Macy is going to check back in. That'll be Woolridge, Corzine, the only true forwards in the ball game, and there'll be 3 guards in Paxson, Macy, and Quentin Daly.
I'll tell you, Corzine can hit that outside shot too.
Woolridge looking and finding Macy. Now Daly lets a man go by. Can't hit the 3-pointer. It comes back to Woolridge, and he's fouled by Danny Ainge. 14 seconds on the clock. And Stan Albeck, interestingly enough, is going to use his final timeout here, Tom. The Bulls are one of the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA, and they have not failed tonight. They are 18 of 20 from the line. They shoot better than 80% as a team. You're going to have Woolridge going to the line for a couple.
Everybody was trying to deny. Danny Ainge got picked off just. That left Daly way all alone on the weak side. And that was an awfully difficult shot. But everybody had attacked him so much. And here's Ainge fouling him. The judgment on fouling him might be questioned at this particular point.
That was my next question.
Yep. Well, I'll have 2 free throws right now. And the Celtics will have possession.
Good look at Robert Parrish as he's the first back onto the floor. Kevin McHale, Danny Ainge, Larry Bird, and Dennis Johnson will join him. Larry with a few final words about Casey and Chris Ford. The Bulls are still very tightly huddled around their coach, Stan Albeck.
Yep. And the Celtics have to be very alert to the fact that they may make the first one and then deliberately try and miss the second one. So everybody will have to really block off, particularly the shooter. And third man, as Chris Ford telling Danny Ainge, if you're going to get up there, you got to make sure now Woolrich doesn't get the rebound on a miss.
The Celtics, as you saw, have scored the final 12 points of this ball game.
Larry Bird is going to be taking the shooter. He's the second man up the lane. So his job will be to step in front of Woolrich. Everybody else will have to angle their man off. The Bulls have 2 big guys in there. Olam.
Let's see what Woolrich is going to do. Tried to volleyball it immediately off the backboard, and Bird gets it. And Larry will go to the line with 13 seconds to play. I thought you had to hit rim or something, Tom. Don't you?
He tried to break the glass, so that ball would come out there before Bird could get at it. Watch that ball just rocket off the glass, and Bird is already in there before Woolrich. Wow.
All right, Bird is going to be at the line. 32 points and 13 rebounds for Larry.
If I were Stan Albeck, I would have put another red shirt right next to Bird so he couldn't block Woolrich off the board. You're allowed to put another man on the line.
Have him block out Bird.
And have him block out Bird or step in so Bird couldn't get in there.
All right, Larry will be at the line for a couple. The lead goes to 3. The Bulls do not have any timeouts left. 4.
Well, they played with their heads when they had to play with their heads, the Celtics.
Woolridge pulls up for the three-pointer. Rebound to Ainge. And Danny is fouled with 4 seconds left. And he will have a chance to push the Celtic lead up to 6. But Boston's going to escape here with a victory. Did not look too promising with about 3 minutes left in the game.
I'll tell you, I would have to question Albeck keeping Orlando Woolridge, who was having a really great night.
Yeah.
On that bench for so long. Well, coaches figure that when you're leading, you want your defensive players in there. And he figured that Banks would be the guy to have to guard Bird, do a better job at it than Woolridge, but their whole offense fell apart as the only guy they had to go to was Quentin Daly.
John Paxson throws one up and misses at the buzzer, and the Celtics come away with a win. A tough one, but a win. Final score here from the Garden, Boston 109, the Bulls 104. We'll be back to talk about it in just a second.